This is us leaving Valenka, well, walking downstairs trying to break my neck. Leaving the, oh, this was the arrow. Hang on, there's an arrow to the side, so let's have a look. We've been directed out of the fortress via some arrows. So, and Suzanne thinks it's not, but it's a tunnel. It's a tunnel under the fortress. So anyway, yes, it is 9:15 in Portugal. We're going to cross over a river into Spain, and at an hour, so it's going to be 10:15. We had a late start because we've had breakfast and the breakfast table was very late. So there you go. Interesting thing about this fortress, it's really lovely, great views. I mean, absolutely fantastic views across the river of Spain and to Spain, and of Portugal. Oh, there's a forest fire. Oh, crumbs. Yeah, I'll give you a view of that. 1 second, I'll just switch gear. Up on that hill, loads of smoke. That's a forest fire. They've been having them here in Portugal quite often. I think that may be Spain. I can't tell whether it's this side or that side of the river between the fortress. But yes, that's a forest fire. Anyway, back to me, Anna. Yeah, Valenka. Nice fortress. Weird. Most of the shops, yes. Yeah, I keep saying yes. Must do something about that. Most of the shops are linen shops. There are no souvenir shops. Souvenirs of the fortress, of Portugal, of the Camino. No, this is a starting point for the Portuguese route, the shorty, the 100k route. So this is the starting point. It's either this side, which is Valenka, or the other side, which is, what's it called? Short name? Yeah, Chewy. That's it. Chewy. Yes. I keep saying yes. This is the starting point, so you would expect at least a couple of shops selling walking sticks or boots or things people might forget, but no, not a sausage. All linens, and they're all competing with each other. There's loads of them. I saw the video. There are loads, all competing with each other. So the only thing it had there were hotels, linen shops, and restaurants. That was it. Which is ridiculous, really, really ridiculous. I can't see how they can make a living doing that. But anyway, fabulous views, gorgeous fortress, great condition. So Suzanne thinks it's Napoleonic, but who knows. But yeah, weird, really, really weird. So anyway, we're off on their route today. It's going to be a short distance. How far are we walking today? How far are we walking? 16. Count them. 1, 6. Nothing. Oh, in case you haven't seen, look, there's Suzanne sporting another hat. Suzanne has a new hat. The brown one, which she was sporting, started to get a bit rank. I think it started to rot on her head. Bit of a tide mark from salt around it. That one's canvas. It's not sort of very well ventilated, but at least it's canvas and washable. But it does have a El Camino written on the front, which is quite amusing. It was the only souvenir hat available. Not that we're looking for souvenir hats, only walking hat, and it just happened to be a souvenir hat available in the whole of the town. We looked everywhere. So yes, the only appropriate hat was that one. So there you go. We see people, walking, wanting sticks. They pick up branches and twigs from the forest they walk through. We saw. You don't know. Stop saying you know. We saw, I think, 4 sticks for sale in the same shop where we got the hat, and a few little bits of Camino stuff, and that was it in the whole place. So yeah, I can use that word again. Weird, really weird. Anyway, we're going to cross over into Spain, so bear with us, and I'll give you a time check. I've just got older by an hour. Did you notice that? Another wrinkle appearing. So yeah, there you go. We are now in Spain. It's an hour later, so it's probably about 10:30. But anyway, I set the time over there and an hour. It's an hour later. Quick sick making thing. There's a whole bunch of Camino people back there. I call them Caminoists because you're never sure whether they are a pilgrim or a holiday maker. So they're on Camino, as in they're walking the way, so I kind of call them Caminoists. Calling someone a pilgrim, I don't know what that means really. We haven't decided whether we're pilgrims or just people walking the Camino. Sometimes I feel like a pilgrim when we're visiting churches and things, and sometimes I just feel like someone who's walking a path. So, yeah, turning this thing off, which probably knows it going off. Chewy. Here's a slightly political thing. No borders between European countries, well, other than the UK, of course. I personally don't think it's a good thing. It's of no inconvenience, particularly for people to pass through border control. Never was in the past. It's not a big deal. But what it does permit across Europe is criminality, for example, without borders. You can drug traffic, sex traffic, and move as a criminal across Europe without any checks, without anybody keeping track of your whereabouts, nothing. And I don't personally think it's a good idea. It also applies to terrorists. Known terrorists, you know, you've got someone's on a watch list in, I don't know, Belgium, and now they're in France, or they're in Germany, or they're in Spain, or they're wherever, because no one's keeping track of anybody. People who are not criminals, who are not terrorists, who are not problematic, why should you care whether there's a border or not? So yeah, lack of borders, not a good thing. Being able to travel between countries is fine, but then that was always the case. So I don't see what that has given anybody other than the right to ship drugs, criminals to move, and terrorists to move freely. It's not a good thing. And maybe it's time to end that nonsense. Walking on the other side of the river. Probably just skirt around that, but it's actually very pretty, isn't it? And chewy. That's the forest fire. It's in Spain. I was wrong. We haven't bypassed it, we walked all the way to the top. Okay, so we can nip inside, have a quick peekaboo. Hi all. According to Spanish time, it is now, I don't know, something like 1:45 or 12. And we haven't left Chewy yet. We visited the cathedral and then need a pharmacist. So yeah, we're going to be a bit long in the tooth for our arrival. So although it's only a short walk, it's going to be sort of similar timing to a long walk. We're going to be walking in the sunshine. So yeah, not good, but never mind. It's only 15k-ish, so not a big deal, and I'm just looking for the arrows. Oh, there's one. So there you go. Walking through Chewy. Chewy is well worth visiting. Valenca, because you know there's not much there really. Great view. Go into the citadel for the view. Stay in Chewy. Chewy's got lots of stuff, lots of churches, nice cathedral which we went to, as I said, shops and pharmacies and things like that. All the things that Valenca lacks. So going now, wave stick.